Hi my loves, welcome to your cosmic weather report for the week ahead. Now we don't have a lot of planetary energy this week, but what we do have is major and I need you to work with it. So let me break it down for you. We start the week on Monday with the Mercury cazimi. Now the word cazimi means into the heart of the sun. And so it's when Mercury and the sun meet and Mercury moves into the heart of the sun. As this happens, it opens up our minds to illumination, insights, answers, downloads, wisdom, everything we've been kind of searching for, seeking for, where we've been looking for the answers. We've got this ability to really tap into higher consciousness and divine wisdom and bring through some of those answers we've been seeking. Now, this is a really, really important cazimi because this Mercury cazimi is happening in Libra with the South Node, and this is all happening just a few days before we get our Libra new moon solar eclipse, which is our final Libra eclipse in this cycle. So what we're going to find with this Mercury cazimi is an incredible clarity around what you're done with in your life, what it's time to let go of, where you're saying no more. No more to behaving like this, no more to being treated like this, no more to putting up with this, no more to trying to pretend to be this version of myself that I'm not, just to stay quiet and people please and not cause a fuss, just like no more. We're going to really be able to see those areas in our life where we've just had enough and it's time to let something go. Now on this same day, we've got another really important aspect, which is Mars trine Saturn. And so what this is really asking us to do as we get these answers and insights through about what we're ready to let go of is to trust and to let go of trying to control things in your life. So Mars is about personal power and Saturn is about foundations and structures. And so what you're being asked to do on this day, on this Mercury cazimi day in preparation for the new moon, is to really stay in your personal power. And so rather than trying to control and grip and micromanage and feeling that you need to have things figured out, or well, I don't really know if I'm ready to let that go yet because of what it means and it's just asking you to really let go of control, to just stand in the presence of your power and trust and allow what needs to fall away to begin to fall away. And to know that even if it feels like things are crumbling a little bit and things are moving a little bit and things are beginning to fall away, you are becoming aware of certain places in your life where you're like, oh, it's really time to face that now. It's really time to do something about that. Like, I can't keep doing this anymore, but it scares me. I'm scared of what this means and what I'm going to need to do. Rather than trying to figure it out, control it, grip it, just stand in the presence of your power. Just be in that real presence of power and allow things to move themselves. Allow the universe to begin to sort it all out for you. Because it's almost like if you imagine playing a game of chess with the universe, the whole time you're trying to move the pieces, the universe is like, oh, but I can't do what I need to do here to make the things happen that you want to make, because you just keep moving all the pieces, thinking you know best about where all these pieces need to be. So if you just like take your hands off the board for a second and just begin to trust in this game of life, things are going to start to put themselves in the places that they need to be. And it might not be what you planned. It might not be the next move you planned. You might be like, but I planned a different move. And the universe is like, yeah, but I know what's coming 5, 10 steps ahead. So making this move now actually opens up the space for this move and this move and this move. So this is a day just to really trust and to let go of control and be really open to receiving those insights, as hard as they may be, around what it's time to let go of in your life. Because on Wednesday then we get the Libra new moon solar eclipse. Now, as I mentioned, this is the last Libra eclipse in this cycle. It's the last Libra eclipse we're going to get for, 8 to 9 years, and we won't get another Libra eclipse on the South Node for 19 years. So this is a really big closing out of a chapter. This is a really big shedding, releasing, letting go. And new moons always bring new beginnings. They're a moment to plant a seed of what you want to create and manifest over the next cycle. Solar eclipses bring a further new beginning. But because this eclipse is happening with the South Node, this is saying to us that in order for there to be a new beginning, there has to be something that's closed out, released, completed, let go of, and finished. And so the biggest piece of advice I want to give you for this eclipse, the analogy that just keeps coming into my head over and over and over again for this eclipse is, where do you need to place full stops in your life so that you're not continuing to just tell the same story and repeat the same story over and over and over? Where are you going to put a full stop? Full stop. That's ended. So that then you can begin a new story, a new chapter. If you want to start a new sentence, a new chapter, a new book, there has to be a full stop. So where in your life are you going to put full stops? Full stop, end, complete, finished. Now let me start something new. So that's what I really want you to keep in mind for this new moon solar eclipse. And that's all I can say to you about it, is just where do you need to place full stops in your life? Now Friday then, we get Venus trine Saturn. Now this is again going to be a really beautiful aspect. What this is first of all going to help us to do is to heal any deep insecurities or vulnerabilities that keep you from being all of you. Because another big theme of the Libra new moon is about looking at where you've not allowed yourself to be all of you in your life because you're trying to be the version of you that you think they want you to be, or you're worried about what they may say, or you're worried about disturbing the peace or rocking the boat if you start to kind of show up as more of who you want to be. And so as Venus trines Saturn then on Friday, there's going to be this moment of really being able to see what you need to heal, what insecurities are in there that prevent you from really being all of you and showing up in your fullness, and what perhaps keeps you in those people-pleasing cycles or good girl cycles or whatever that story might be for you that we're putting a full stop on. So first of all, the healing work might come through, and you might be able to see those deep little woundings and insecurities about being yourself, and really then being able to step into a new level of self-worth. And then from that, again with this theme that we've got of shedding and letting go to welcome in with this new moon, Venus trine Saturn is going to ask you to stand in the truth of who you are, to stand in your full power and presence. And from there, be able to then magnetize and manifest everything it is that you want. So if you can just be in your unique vibration, your soul's frequency, I am, this is who I am. Everything not in resonance with that then is going to start to fall away, and you need to allow that. Remember what we talked about at the start of the week about not gripping and controlling. If you are in the full presence of your unique soul frequency, anything not in alignment will fall away, and that's okay, because it isn't meant to be there. Those are the things that have been keeping you out of alignment with that frequency. And then equally, everything that wants to make its way to you can then start to find its way to you because you're in the energetic frequency of that. And so one of the ways to really begin to get what we want and move towards what's meant for us is just to be in that energetic frequency of you. So again, rather than trying to push out there and look for something out there and make something happen out there, if I just allow myself to be all of me right now and stand in the power and presence of that and radiate my unique soul frequency, everything not meant will fall away. I'm going to say it one more time, allow that. Because that creates the space for everything that wants to make its way to you, everything that is in alignment, everything that's like, finally, I've been waiting for it to get into that vibrational match with me, and now here we are, and now it can start to come in. So this is about really just being in the energy of, who do you want to be? That Libra new moon again is going to stir up questions about where are you out of balance and alignment and integrity in your life, and who do you want to be? You've placed that full stop. You're starting a new story. Who are you in that story? Who do you want to be? And then can you just be in that energetic alignment with who you want to be, and allow that falling away and that welcoming in. And then on Sunday, we get Mercury square Mars. Now, this is going to be a big day, but after all of the work of the week, you're going to be ready for it. Mercury squaring Mars is going to ask you then, based on what you now know, based on what you know it's time to let go of, based on those full stops you've put in your life, based on who you now want to be and being in energetic alignment and frequency, vibrational frequency with that. It's about now making the choices that you've been avoiding. So where you know it's time to leave, it's time to go, it's time to do this. You're going to be asked to make those hard choices you've been avoiding, and to also have the hard conversations you've been avoiding. So where you've been avoiding speaking a truth, where you've been avoiding saying what it is that you know that you've needed to say for a long time, you're going to be asked to do the hard things. This is going to be over the weekend then, you're going to need to do the hard things. But just know that you're ready, that your soul is ready, that the pieces on the chessboard are moving to where they need to be, and that as long as you stay in your truth and your integrity and in that energetic frequency of your soul and who you want to be, it's all going to be okay. It's going to take a brave moment. It's going to be difficult in that moment. It's going to challenge you, but that's also the point of eclipses. They're meant to challenge you in some way. They're meant to move you out of your comfort zone into a new version of you, onto a new timeline, into an upgrade. So this is where now you're going to get that choice point. Stay in your comfort zone, shrink back down, keep quiet, behave yourself, or stand up, speak up, do the hard thing, trust yourself, trust the universe, stop trying to control it or make it okay for everyone else around you, and just do the thing that you know that you need to do. And over the weekend, again, the one thing I want to really give you is worry less about being acceptable. Worry less about being accepted and worry more about being accepted by yourself. Worry more about abandoning yourself by not doing the thing that you know that you need to do. That's what I want you to really worry about. And I want you just to do the hard thing, because I promise you that doing that hard thing is going to shift something on that chessboard of your life that you cannot even imagine yet. It's going to take you onto a whole new timeline. It's going to bring in the new story and the new beginning that comes after the full stop. And so I want you to do the brave thing and just know that you can, and know it's time, and know that you're ready. So a big week, a really big week, but it's going to be a week that's going to pivot us into a new timeline, a new dimension, a new beginning, a new version of us. And things start to get really exciting then from there, because you get to write what comes next in this story of your life. And you get to then play chess with the universe and co-create what it is that you want. So I'm sending you all of the love for a really beautiful week ahead. Thank you as always for being part of this community. And I will be back with you all really soon.